As the consumer demands increase, it's the responsibility of the manufacturers and the food processors to increase their novel technologies. So as you can see this slide, so today we are going to learn about non-thermal processing of foods and pulsed electric field technology. So you all guys have bought fruit juices, different kinds of fruit tetra packs or vegetable juices from the supermarket. What is the main basic criteria you all look into it? Expiration date, that's one of the factors. But what do you want? Color, texture, taste, it should be fresh enough. It should be refreshing. So this non-thermal processing technology and pulse electric field technology, it is one of the novel technologies to increase their shelf life, to make the texture, color, taste intact for a longer period of time till the expiration date. So you must be wondering, we must have also chosen thermal processing technology of foods, but during thermal processing the point is it actually alters the taste, color and texture. So it actually starts spoiling the fruit juices and the vegetable juices, so which is not fit in this criteria, so consumers cannot really buy it. So with this we'll further go on to the next slides. What is non-thermal food processing technology? Traditionally, thermal food processing technology was used to inactivate the microorganisms, but the thermal heat stress actually alters the nature of the food product. So we had to shift to non-thermal processing technology as an alternative. So it is an electromagnetic technology in which the food processing have gained an increase in the industrial interest, and they have potentially replaced in majority of the food processing industries. Well, it has established its preservation processing like in two main ways: ohmic heating and dielectric heating. So as I told you in the introduction that it is one of the novel non-thermal technologies such as pulsed electric field. So in this PPT we are going to learn about pulsed electric field, its principles, its applications. And apart from that, we have pulsed light treatment, high pressure processing, and ionizing radiations. So before going on what is pulsed electric field and how it is used, so let me give you a few information. In 1925, Betty and Lewis, they were the first one to use non-pulsed electric field to pasteurize milk, and this actually caused in the reduction of the microbial load. So that was the first time when pulsed electric field, a non-thermal technology, was used. So you must be thinking, what is pulse? A pulse is a small disturbance which actually moves from one point to the other. It's like a mild shock or a mild transverse of the mild movement, so from one point to the other point. So in this pulsed electric field, mild pulses of a certain voltage is passed on between two electric fields, between two electrodes, which actually inactivates the food microbial cells, and which leads to preservation of the food, like we can actually preserve the food. And this voltage actually ruptures the microbial membrane and actually inactivates, so this inactivates the endogenous membrane uh, at or nearly the room temperature, so that the food products which is actually stored in the supermarket, they're stored at a certain room temperature, and that is actually preserved, so you can consume it. There is no certain products, if there is a necessity that you have to store at very low temperatures or like in a refrigerator. But most of the foods which has been inactivated, like fruit juices, you have seen that they have been put in a normal temperature itself, they have not put in a refrigerator or a freezer. So as told, non-thermal method of food preservation, it uses short pulses of electricity and it causes detrimental effects. So very small effect on the food quality, but a very large effect on killing of the microorganisms. So pulse electric field is mainly used for liquid and semi-liquid foods. For example, fruit juices, which you see in Tetra packs in supermarkets, that is the best example. So pulsed electric field technologies advantages in comparison to other processing technologies in terms of killing microorganisms, but also it maintains the color, flavor and texture. So color, flavor and texture, these are the three basic things a consumer looks, and expiration date, of course. So what is the basic principle of pulsed electric field technology? So before going deep into it, so let's start learning about this. A pulse is a single disturbance which actually moves through the medium from one point to another, which I told you in the previous slide. So the pulse electric field uses high voltage pulses to they are also of pulses of high voltage to liquid or semi-liquid foods, which is placed between two electrodes. This is also said. So the electric fields in this range, they are of between 10 to 80 kilovolt per centimeter, and they're usually generated by the application of short high voltage pulses, so between two electrodes, for a minimum time duration. The time duration will be like in milliseconds, not for 1 minute or 2 minutes, and that time duration is more than enough for killing or inactivation of the microorganisms. So pulsed electric field studies is focused on pulsed electric field treatments on the microbial inactivation. This will lead to more longer shelf life of the food product. So now let's learn about mechanism of microbial inactivation. So in previous slides you have heard about this word microbial inactivation. What it is? What happens when a microbial inactivation takes place, and how this microbial inactivation is responsible for a longer shelf life of a food product. Electroporation and electrical breakdown are the mechanism of microbial inactivation. As I told you in the previous slide, during the when the small short and high voltages of pulses are passed on between two electrodes, there's a microbial inactivation, and that ruptures the microbial cell membrane, that actually kills the microbes and inactivates its DNA. So electroporation and electrical breakdown are the mechanism of microbial inactivation. This causes membrane damage and the direct cause of cell inactivation. This pulse, which is caused by discharge of electrical energy from a capacitor to flow through the food material. If two electrodes are put in between, the food material is placed in between, the pulse which is passed on from one electrode to another, the electric pulse is passing through the food material, and that way the microbes they get killed. How they get killed? Their cell gets ruptured. The pulse electric field technology is mainly for preservation. I again told you in the previous slide that the first microbial inactivation took place for the milk. So it was a liquid food product. So and this pulse electric field technology also takes place in semi-fluid foods also. So it actually improves the shelf life of the milk or the fruit juices or vegetable juices. So what all Tetra packs which you buy from the supermarket or any other shop, they actually go under microbial inactivation by pulsed electric field. This is the most basic one, and most of the industries have started applying this one. So now let's learn about what are the factors which affect the microbial inactivation. So for anything in this world, there are pros and cons. So in this pulse electric field, what are the factors that affect the microbial inactivation? Number one is field intensity. So when the cells are exposed to electric field, which cells? The food product cells and the microbial cells. So which are exposed to the external electric field with sufficient strength, it induces an accumulation of electric charges on the non-conductible microbial membrane. So orientation of rod-shaped cells along or across the electric field affects the required field intensity. Pulse wave shape. Exponentially decaying and square wave pulses are the most common wave shapes used in pulse electric field. So exponential decaying pulse, they have a long tail with low electric field. They have excess heat generated in the food with bactericidal effects. So this means, the last point means that when exponential decaying of the pulse, so when this continuous pulse between one rod to another rod, the continuous electricity of short and high voltages has been passing in and down, then excessive heat is generated, which actually affects the food. To a certain extent, the bacteria which gets inactivated or the microorganisms which gets killed, after the killed microorganisms, they do have some effects on the food product. which might affect the health of the consumers and even the shelf life of the food product. So these are the effects. So in previous slide you learned about factors which affects the microbial inactivation through pulsed electric field technology, and how also it has its own side effects on the food product and after the pulsed electric field technology which has been used. So there'll be one more video which will be posted where in depth we'll be learning about the factors and the pulse wave shape and the pulsed electric field circuit diagram. I'll be explaining you in detail with this. So please hang on, and if you like this video please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.